Hi, hello. Okay, so I've been like asked to talk about carbs and how carbs are not bad for you because every time that someone starts nutrition coaching with me, they're like convinced that carbs are the devil and it's the worst thing and they need to cut them in order to lose weight. So carbs are not the devil. Like we need to forget about that. We need to forget that sugar is the worst thing in the world. Sugar from fruits is actually a good thing for you. There's lots of vitamins. We need to eat fruits. We need to eat carbs. We need to eat vegetables. So carbs are like fruits and vegetables, right? So why would this be bad for you? And you can find carbs in, oatmeal, pasta, rice, bread, bagels, English muffins, and nothing about that is bad for you, okay? The amount that you're consuming, maybe, right? Depending on your activity level. If you're someone that doesn't really walk for work and sit most of the day, doesn't really work out, chances are you don't need that much energy, right? Like you don't need that much fuel. It's like, think about it. If you're like, going to Calgary or if you're going on a road trip, you're going to fuel up your car with some gas, right? So that's the same thing. You want to fuel your body with enough energy to be able to do the activity, to work, to have emotional regulation, to be able to handle what comes at you, right? If you're always on a deficit and you're always starving, how do you expect to function, okay? And yeah, at first the weight might drop a little bit and you'll be like, oh, it's going well on the scale. Okay, great, that's awesome. But then what happens after 1, 2, 3 weeks? You binge eat. You binge eat on the first thing because your brain, the leptin, like everything is like, we need to eat right now because you've been starving us, right? So there's lots of things that happen. You'll reach for foods that is quick energy, right? So some fats and carbs really, really quickly. And also your body will start storing in a different way, right? Your metabolism won't be able to do what it's supposed to do because it's been used to be starved so much, right? So that yo-yo thing we need to avoid. So when you guys are thinking about losing weight and you're automatically thinking about cutting carbs, my question to you is why? And honestly, like, it's really frustrating for someone like me that does nutrition coaching with people when I've been tracking with them for months and we've been looking at the intake and everything, and then they go to the doctor because I suspect that something might be wrong, like in terms of maybe the insulin resistant, maybe the hormones, or there's something going on. And the first thing the doctors will say is like, cut the carbs. And that drives me nuts because they're not even going to see what these people have been doing for the past like 2-3 months, right? Anyways, I diverge. So anyways, carbs are good for you. The amount of carbs is where it's a little bit confusing for people, okay? So if you're someone that trained 4 hours a day, of course you're gonna need lots of carbs, right? If you're someone that's not working out or working out a couple of times a week, chances are your carbs intake will be less, right? But we're thinking about something like at least minimum 100 grams a day. Minimum. That's like, if you're 12 years old, you should at least be eating that, right? So I don't know how else to tell you that carbs are fuel, carbs are important, carbs are needed. And if we can please forget about whatever your mom said 20 years ago, whatever your grandma said, whatever like Joe at the gym told you 20 years ago when he was doing a figure competition. Let's forget about that. Reach out to people like me that's what they're doing 24/7, right? We're like, that's what we're doing. We're calculating how much your body needs with the amount of exercise you're doing, okay? So again, carbs are good. If you're not sure how many you need, please reach out to someone like me, a nutrition coach, a nutritionist, a dietitian. Somebody will help you. But please eat fruits and vegetables. And fuel your body, okay? You'll see a big difference. My ladies, if you're always cutting carbs, your periods are a nightmare, and I know that because I've done that. So don't be that person, right? We need to find the right balance, the right deficit. If losing weight, this is what you want, absolutely, I get it. But we need to find the right deficit for you, not a drastic deficit by cutting all the carbs, okay? So I hope that this brings you a bit of like at least questioning before you just start cutting carbs next time. Okay, that's what I have for you guys today. Bye bye.